Hi friends and family, how are you? This is a quick video putting a face in my journal. Real quick, just basically spending time drawing the face. At the very end of the video, I showing some of my techniques because I did get a few requests to show the techniques on how I do the eyes, the nose, the mouth, so you get to see that. I'm going to display a few more pictures of my drawings, recent and old, and also two more pictures from Franco TV. Hope you guys enjoy this. Give me a like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so at the request of a few subscribers, I'm going to show how I draw my faces. For instance, I was just playing around here, how do I do an eye, how do I do a nose, a mouth, and kind of the shape of the face. So I'm just gonna show how I do that. I don't spend too much time when it comes to faces. I mean, obviously if you spend a lot of time and really work in every shadow and all that, your final product is going to be excellent or really good. I do it real quick because I want to keep going. I love to have a page done a day for my journals so that I can move on to the next page, and spending too much time, it's gonna slow me down. So I quickly just put something together just to move forward, and then I'll show a video of me adding a face to my journal and how I complete that page with a face. So starting with the eyes, the way I used to do it, and then after watching many experts, I learned how to just kind of do things a little bit different to change one style. Before, the eye used to be like this for me, and that's the way I used to draw an eye. So what happens is, if you do an eye like that, it looks like that person is scared. And in reality, when you're looking at someone, you don't see the entire circle here. You only see half of it. So what I do is I kind of do the shape of the eye, and this shape can change, can be very high or very straight, and it'll definitely change the look of the eye. Then I will kind of bring this down here to kind of create that side here of the eye, and then I bring this one here pretty much down here. So when I'm creating the eye, instead of going from here to here, I kind of, the invisible, just kind of start right here and stop it right there. Then another thing is, I try to make this higher up, like here, like that. And then usually I will leave a white spot, a circle, just for the lighting reflection in the eye. If I bring this loop here higher, then you can see a little bit more of the eye. So when you play with that, you notice you can have different effects. Like here, this is a little bit higher. This one is more here. This one definitely, see how it changes the eye? This one was more. So depending on how you do this circle, your eye can change a lot. Then I would just kind of do this line here. You see what a difference from that eye here. And then sometimes I will leave it like that because I like it and I don't go straight with the line, or sometimes I'll just come around and just kind of put the invisible, very thin line under the eye here in this lid here. So I either kind of put my eyelashes there. I tend to do long ones and then little ones in between, just to make it look full, and then go here. Sometimes I'll do that depending. If the drawing is big, I'll spend a little bit more time. Then usually you have a shadow here that makes it more realistic. So you can, when you're coloring that, you can use a light gray. And then you want to make sure you have this for your pinkish color here. And then just kind of close it there too. So that's just kind of how I do an eye. Then I'm gonna erase this. Look at the, when I come back and I do the eyebrow, usually the eyebrow will start somehow around there. So I'll start right about here. And then sometimes I either go high, like that. Those may go straight. And this will change the look of your eye. So you either do it like that. If you want a sad one, you can just kind of do kind of something like that, where it kind of lifts off here. Worry or something like that, so you can play with that. So this is basically how I do my eyes. When it comes to the nose, it took me forever to do a nose until I saw someone do a quick technique that really helps a lot. So you kind of do an invisible, and it's not gonna be, I'm just doing it separately. You'll see when I put it all together in the video. But you kind of do kind of an invisible circle here. This is for the nose. And then you want to kind of go like that. Do these lines here, starting from this end. You can go high, low, straight. You can either start like this, or you can either start like that. And then once you erase this, now you have a nose here. When you're coloring it, you always want to kind of put some shadow here, and you always want to have, should have, or don't, just kind of that there. So when you put your shadow, you have this here. Some people will just do kind of a circle like that, and then they'll work on the mouth. So that's how I do my nose. If I want it more tiny, my lines will be more close in, like that. Wider. And with the more you play with it, if you go higher, sometimes you can do this and then kind of go this way. You'll go up like that, depending if the head is a little bit tilted. And you just can and then you kind of do, and then here you have a different shape. So anyway, just kind of an idea. Always, always, always go real soft with your lines. So when you're like, you know, I'm gonna do a quick one here. I just want to do real soft. I realize I don't like this one too high. I don't like that. Because I'm trying to show what I'm doing, but I usually go very light. So I said, oh no, they're too close. I need some gap, some space here. Then I can erase. And by the way, this is one of those mechanical pencils. It comes, I buy this one because I do love the eraser. When I use it, it really picks up everything when I'm erasing it. So this is what I use. So when you're working on a nose here, and then you can erase and just kind of, so it's always good to just go very soft. So very basic. There's many ways if you go into YouTube and how to draw a nose and how to perfect that. Everyone has a different method, but this is what I do when I'm doing something real quick. When I'm working with a mouth, this is another technique. Usually this is the way I used to do it before. I did this and I did that, and then I used to do like that, and that used to be my mouth. In reality, that doesn't look like a mouth. So I saw someone do this circle. Remember, very light. One circle here, one circle there, and remember, it has to be, at least the lines would have to be here. These lines here would have to be around here, so that your mouth is positioned right, down in alignment with the nose. And then once you're here, then you can just come here. If you want them smiley, you you can bring the line like that. You can do that. I usually like the opposite. I like when it's just kind of like that. I like it the other way, more of a serious, I don't know why. And then you can erase the inside, and then you can work on, notice how I don't go all the way to the end like I did here. I start right about here, and then I shape it up a little bit if I like it just like that. I'll come there and shape it up, and this is my lip. A face, a shape of the face would be, well, depending, just as you get, I suggest to start with the front of the page. Like when you're doing a page, just make sure you have it like that, and then once you perfect that and you're comfortable with that, then you do the tilted, you know, looking sideways and all that, which is a little difficult, but the more you practice, the better you'll get. But anyway, usually for face, a straight face, I'll have my 2 lines, and then kind of very light have, if I want someone with a very slim chin, I'll just do that. But if I'm drawing a girl, I usually go like, or someone very young, and then sometimes I'll just go ahead and kind of create that chin here. And just give it that shape. Sometimes I like to do just the round face like that, just to do something different. Just a quick. And then we'll put the eyes very separate in the side and make big eyes like that. And then just kind of do the same thing. I mean, do that. Sometimes I'll do just that, and then I will work. You can see this eye is much bigger than the other one, so I'll just kind of round it up, and then I'll work with the hair. For the hair, I can just, usually if you go like that, if you find sideways like that, you can just kind of work on something like that. I try not to be straight lines. I try to use a lot of, you know, curves and stuff like that. Do a few lines here and there. You can also do, if you have, this is your face and you're coming here, right? Kind of erase there, and you want to do this, you can also do, this is kind of a Jane Davenport style, where you can just, you know, and then you can just have the hair flowing on the side. It's kind of neat. And then just, you know, even have it like that. So with the hair, there's many styles. You can also do a this is your face. You can do with a big, and just work around her hair, do some bands. Don't forget the ears. Now, one of the things that's usually the ears would always be a little bit round about here. You see the ear right there. So, you know that your eyes are around here. and you got your ears there. Sometimes you just, and then work around it and make it look like hair. So there's many ways you can, many ways. And if you go into Pinterest, they give you so many techniques. But anyway, for me, this is how I quickly draw a face and keep going. Just quick, fast. And then if I really want to do a big drawing where I really want to emphasize on the eyes, I'll work with my shadows, you know, use shadows here, shadows here, shadows around here, here, and if, you know, coming in here too for the, so just, this is a quick illustration. Hope you guys like this. Thank you.